Okay. Today, this is a small demo session regarding WPF. Hmm?
Okay.
So, today's agenda we are going to discuss is what is WPF, what are the features we are going to have in the WPF, why to use WPF, and next one is the tools which we use for WPF. What is the difference between WPF and Silverlight and the architecture of WPF? Okay, these things which we are going to discuss in our today's session. Okay. The first thing, let's see what is a WPF. Okay, before going to WPF, let's see. First, whenever the computers were invented, we have only the character-based references. Means when you take a C application, this you are going to have a console window. In that you are going to enter something and you are going to get an output. There is no manual interaction there. So after that, what they have did, they have implemented a user interface. That is nothing but the graphical user interface, which we are going to have called the GDI. Okay. So this has been implemented. After implementing, we have seen that there are buttons, text boxes, etc., etc. We are able to see. So this was done with the help of with the GDI, which we can draw, support the graphics, shapes, images, all these things. Okay. After implementing this one, we are able to do the Windows application with the help of Visual Basics and C#. So till now, it is very good that we are able to develop an application. For example, if you want to see those kind of application, if you go to the calculator in our Windows operating system, you can see this comes with a graphical user interfaces. Okay, this is how a graphical application we are able to develop it here. So here, whenever you develop this graphical interface, there is no UI. Means UI is nothing but whenever you take a web application, you can implement a rich graphical interface where user can see the application and he can think that, wow, this is a great application which has rich colors, all these things. But whenever you come to a Windows application which is developed for the Windows operating system, there you cannot implement any kind of graphical interfaces. Just we have a small applications, but all applications offer similar design and similar color. To implement this kind of graphical interfaces which we are doing in a web application in the same way as a Windows application, for that case, the Microsoft has come up with a new technology called WPF. That is nothing but Windows Presentation Foundation. This Windows Presentation Foundation has come with a .NET Framework 3.0 with the combination of WCF, WPF, WWF, and WCS. So combination of these four technologies in .NET Framework 3.0 in a year 2006 they have released. So WPF is majorly we can call the advance of Windows application. Whenever you take a Windows application, it is an advanced, means where you can implement the rich graphical interfaces in the Windows application. For that, the WPF has been implemented. And so, WCF. Yes.
Sorry, one quick question. So now, like with the WPF, still that Windows application is still going to be there, or like everything we can do with the WPF, and there is no longer need for the Windows application?
Yeah, I will tell you in which scenarios we can go for a WPF, and in which scenarios we can go for a Windows application. Okay, sure. I'll explain those things here in this. Okay, so so we'll come to that part also. I will tell you the classification about the Windows application and the WPF application. All these things I will explain here. So whenever this WPF has been implemented, it has been implemented on the above in the .NET Framework 3.0 with a new set of DLLs they have implemented. So generally, the Microsoft defined this WPF as it is an API for building graphical user interfaces. Okay, it is an API. Means this WPF has some different set of libraries. Some different set of DLLs are available. With the DLLs only, you are able to develop a WPF application. Okay. With the system.windows.forms, which we are going to use for a Windows application, in the same way for WPF also we have some different set of assemblies which we are going to use in the WPF. So if you use only those DLLs, your WPF application is going to work. If not, it is not going to work. Okay. So these are the set of DLLs which are built on already existing DLLs. Means hello.
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So here, this is a way which they are going to implement it. Means it is above the whatever the DLLs are present till 3.0. So with the help of WPF, we can develop good things like whatever you are going to do in a web application, what kind of implementations which you are going to do in a web application, same kind of implementations you can do in the web application.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Krishna. Hello, Krishna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
guess
disconnected. I think. Yeah,
somehow.
he's connected. He
Yeah,
will come back.
Srinivas, I guess. Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Ajay. I can hear you.
Okay. So in the WPF, whatever the hello. So in the WPF, whatever the web okay. In the WPF, whatever the web application.
Hello. Hey, Ajay. I don't know. Like your voice is, it's breaking. I mean, like it's going in and out. So.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Ajay. Yeah.
Clear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And now I can hear you. I don't know, like for some time it was completely blank. I mean, I could not hear anything.
Now it is clear, right?
Yeah. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay. So, whenever the WPF main intention is for developing an application with a rich graphical user interface, how we are going to develop in a web application. So, whenever you take a web application, you are going to have a style sheets and a markup language with a different set of UI implementation. All these things you are going to have. But whenever you come to any WPF application, you are going to have different sets like scalable vector graphics, animation, media support, and whatever how you are going to define your style sheets in a web application in the same manner, the same kind of styles you can define in a WPF in the XAML language. There is a language called XAML, which we are going to call as an XAML. We are going to discuss this one in the coming classes. So in
Okay.
this XAML, we are going to define whatever the style sheets which we have defined. The same set of style sheets we are going to define in a WPF application. So in this WPF application, whenever you take, you can develop a 3D diagrams, advanced typography, portable documents. Suppose if you are developing a novel, so for a novel, what you are going to do, how the pages has to be there, how the layouts has to be to there, how any images has to be defined. All these things you can define with the help of an WPF application. And if you want to convert that one into a PDF or into a Word document, you need to write a separate set of code in a Windows application or web application. But in a WPF, directly you can convert the output whatever you are going to get into a PDF on a Word document. In a WPF, we are going to have separate set of DLLs, which helps as an intermediate layer between the .NET framework and for our application. So based upon our application and the .NET framework, there will be an intermediate layer which are set of WPF DLLs. Whenever you execute your application, that application loads the WPF DLLs and along with our .NET DLLs. Based upon all these things, it is going to display you some output. Okay. Till now, any questions you have?
No, Ajay. I'm good.
Okay. So the next thing which we are going to go is the features in WPF. What are the features we have in a WPF? What makes the WPF is a special compared to our Windows application? So whenever you take a declarative UI, the first point which we are going to discuss is the declarative UI. The declarative UI is nothing but whenever you take a web application, in a web application you are going to have an HTML code, and in that you are going to write your JavaScript, and in that you are going to implement style sheets. In the same manner, in WPF we have a separate language called uh, XAML language, which is similar to the our HTML language. In a web application, how the HTML language is there. In the WPF, we have XAML, which one we are going to call it as SAML. That language is defined. So how you are going to define a JavaScript or a style sheets in an HTML language? In the same manner, in the XAML, you can implement the rich graphical user interface in the similar manner. But here we are not going to use any JavaScript or anything. But here we have some separate set of things where we are going to implement all these implementations: the design, styles, layout, user interaction, graphical designs, animations, 3D diagrams. All these things we can implement with the help of this declarative UI, which comes with an XAML, XAML. And next one is an intelligent layout. So what is this intelligent layout? So whenever you develop a web application, you are going to take some set of dimensions, some 1024 into 720 or 1366 into 768, whatever the screen resolution is there. Based upon that, you are going to take the design and you are going to implement it. But whenever you come to XAML, so based upon the screen size, automatically the controls are going to be adjusted. Suppose if you have developed an application for 400 by 400 screen, so whenever you are opening that same application in 800 by 800 screen, automatically the controls are going to get adjusted to that screen resolution. Suppose if you go to the bigger resolution, some 1366 into 760 resolution, automatically the controls are going to get adjusted. You need not to specify any kind of design or anything. So that's why we are going to have an intelligent layout in the WPF. Okay, clear? Any doubts?
No, it's clear.
Any doubts? Okay. Next one is a scalable graphics. What is this scalable graphics? So whenever you take any image in a web application and whenever you zoom in, okay, whenever you zoom in that image, what happens upon zooming of a large content, everything you can see in the form of a square brackets. Whenever you go much zoom, hmm, everything you can see in the form of a square brackets. So whenever you take a WPF application, whenever you zoom an image which is present in a WPF application, the image is going to get contrasted and it is going to be visible whenever you zoom. So whenever you move inside to zooming part, you can see the image is going to get contrasted together and it is going to be displayed properly. So here that is one of the special feature which you have in the WPF which we don't have in a web application. That's why we are going to have the scalar scalable graphics which we are going to be called, where in this we are going to have the two types of graphics. One is a vector and another one is a raster graphics. Okay, so whenever you take a vector graphic image, suppose if there is an image 100 by 100 pixel, so whenever you zoom in, automatically what happens, only only that part is going to display in the form of a small blocks. Okay, so whenever you take a vector graphics, okay, whenever you take a vector graphics and you implement that image in a WPF application, and whenever you zoom in, only that particular portion which is visible for you, that is going to be converted into 100 by 100 pixels, whatever the dimension you are going to provide. So based upon that, what happens, the image is going to be visible for you in a clear manner without any square brackets. Whenever you further zoom in, only the visible part, whatever you are going to see, that part is going to be again converted into the pixels which are available. So based upon that, what happens, the image is going to be visible for you in a clear manner. So there will be no any further blur or any other thing is not going to be visible for us. That's why we are going to use this scalable graphics. The next one we are going to have is a templates. So as we see that whenever you take a web application, you are going to have some controls like a grid view, menu bar, or in a web application we have user controls. Like this, different controls we are going to have. In the same manner, in WPF also we are going to have two types of controls. One is a control template and another is a data template. So control template is nothing but it is a group of controls we are going to keep together and we are going to visible them. Next one is a data template is nothing but a group of data whatever you are going to get. That data you are going to pack together and you are going to make it on as a template. So whenever you want to go have more information about these templates, we have a separate session called templates. In that we are going to discuss these things. The next one is the binding. So whenever you go for a binding, what happens is that generally whenever you take a web application, you are going to use the ADO.NET database connection, and we are going to bind the data to particular control. But here binding the data for a control will be completely different whenever you take an ASP.NET application. Here we are going to have different types of bindings: single binding, double binding, dual binding, one way to other, one way to other way connection, only single way binding, two-way binding. So different set of bindings we are going to have. So based upon the data is going to display on the controls. Next one is the styling. So whenever you are going to implement a styling in a web application, you are going to use the style sheets. So based upon the style sheets, you are going to implement the styling here. But whenever you come to an WPF application, you can implement the styling in the same page, or you can define the styling in a separate page, and you can call them here, and you can implement. But it will be very much similar to the style sheets what we have did. But here the coding will be done in the XAML, wherein the style sheets we are going to do in the CSS. So that was the difference we are going to have in the styling of a WPF. The next one is the triggers. Trigger is nothing but whenever in a web application, whenever you move your mouse on particular menu bar, automatically the menu bar is going to be populated, or some control color is going to get changed. These things which we are going to do in with the help of a JavaScript. So those kind of implementations, if you want to do in a WPF application, you need to do that one with the help of triggers. With the help of the triggers, you can do directly whenever you hover a mouse in a particular control, automatically its background is going to get changed, or it's the text which is going to be visible for you is going to get bold, or these kind of implementations you can do with the help of triggers. Next one is the animations. So whenever you want to do any kind of animations in a web application, you need to write some series lines of JavaScript to implement that one. But whenever you come to the animation in the WPF, everything will be done on a span of 5 lines of code. You can directly implement the animation, moving of a ball, um, moving of a person, all these whatever the animations you can do, all these animations you can implement it. Next one is the 3D graphics. Suppose if you want to implement a 3D modeling or the 3D animation things which you want to implement with the help of a WPF, you can implement that one. So these are the some set of features which are available in the WPF. Any questions at this part?
No, Ajay. I'm clear.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. The next topic which we are going to come in is why we need to use the WPF. Hmm? So in which scenarios we are going to use the WPF. Hmm? So just now we have a question like what is difference between a Windows application to WPF. So whenever the first point to use the WPF is that whenever your project requires a rich graphical interface. So whenever your Windows application requires a rich graphical interface, that is the first point you need to make. You need to go for a WPF. The next one is that if your application want to have the media in the sense, if you want to play audio files, if you want to have some video files has to be played in your application, at the time you need to go for WPF. Suppose if your application want to visible with high resolution, high clarity, and full rich interface, means high resolution. If suppose if you are viewing your application in 2000 by 1000 pixel monitor, where your application has to be visible with high visibility, high orientation, all these things. If you want to do, at the time you need to go for a WPF. Suppose if you want to implement advanced typography, means 3D graphics, 3D animation, all these things, if you want to implement in your WPF in your application, at the time you need to go for a WPF. These are the 4 points you should keep in mind whenever you want to go with a WPF application. If not, you can go with an ordinary Windows application. So if these features are, if you want to implement, then you need to go for a WPF application. Clear?
So I mean that means like pretty much whatever we can do with the Windows application, we can pretty much do with the WPF as well, right? Apart from the WPF.
Yes, whatever what in other sense we can say that Windows application is a subset of WPF application.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Got it.
So here, for example, in one of my project, we have implemented a heart. Suppose whenever we are scanning uh, uh, any patient, at the time based upon his how his heart is functioning, that heart is going to be visible to him based upon the coordinates. Means in three-dimensional way, the heart is going to get visible to him. So if that kind of implementation has to be developed in Windows forms, that cannot be done. It's a highly complicated task. But when you go with a Windows application, in a span of days, you can implement it. So those kind of challenges, if you have like this, you can go with this WPF.
Okay. So you are also in healthcare domain. That means. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in many domains.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next one, what is the tools which we are going to use in WPF? So whenever you go for the tools implementation, first tool which you are going to have is Studio. So from 2008, 2010, 2012, and 2013, Visual Studio, which is 2013 has been released just 2 days back. On November 13th, it has been released. So all these tools you can use for the implementation of a WPF. Apart from this, there are many others. Another most important thing is the Microsoft Expression Blend, which is only used for the designing of a WPF or Silverlight applications. Okay, and the next one we have is some Aurora. Aurora is one of the software which has been developed with MobiForms. Okay, MobiForms has developed one software called Aurora. With that also we can develop the design for a WPF. This is a third-party product. And the next one we have to implement SAM 3D is one of the software name. This is also a third-party software with the help of Electric Green is the person who is the company which has been developed it. XAML 3D is the software name. And another one is KAXAML, KAXAML is one of the 3D tool is used for the drawing of WPF applications. And also we have this Adobe also implemented some third-party plugins for implementation of 2D, 3D graphics in the XAML. So these are the different set of tools are available for us. Okay. So the next thing comes. Any questions at this point?
No.
Okay. The next one we are going to have what are the difference between a WPF and a Silverlight application. Okay. The first difference is nothing but Silverlight is simply subset of WPF. Okay. Silverlight it will be maximum same as a WPF. Okay. Silverlight is used for an online applications, whereas a WPF is used for a local Windows based applications. Okay. Silverlight is used for online applications, whereas WPF is used for the local application. Silverlight works regardless of the operating system. Silverlight application you can use in the Linux and you can use in the Windows also. But in a WPF application only works for the Windows operating system only. You cannot use that one for the Linux operating system. Silverlight cannot access the local resources. Okay, Silverlight cannot access the local resource. Means if a file is present in your local system, that cannot be accessed with the help of a Silverlight. But WPF can access the local files. Silverlight is not fully supported for the 3D graphics, whereas WPF is fully supported for the 3ds and 3D graphics. These are some set of differences which you are going to have in the WPF and Silverlight.
So, in terms of the development, I mean, the WPF and Silverlight pretty much closer, or it's like again, it requires like separate learning curve for both of them.
So, in a WPF and Silverlight, we have a same coding which we are going to have with the XAML. So in most of whenever you go with the XAML, most of the things will be similar. Apart from the XAML, there are some other concepts which we need to learn in the Silverlight. It will be different from a WPF.
Okay. Okay.
So this is an architectural view of a WPF. How whenever.
Sorry, 1 minute. Somehow my system is frozen. I just restarted. I have to just launch that go to meeting once again. Okay, one second, so that I can take 1 second.
Sure.
I'm almost there. I'm almost launching.
Okay. No issues.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. So this is an architecture of a WPF application. So whenever you take a WPF application, this presentation framework DLL, presentation core DLL, and Windows-based DLL, these are the DLLs which are going to get loaded in a WPF application. So these DLLs are going to interact with MIL core DLL and Windows codecs dot DLL. This is a media integrating layer which we are going to call. Suppose if you are playing in a videos or sound files, those things are going to be interacted with this, and these files reside. These DLLs are also resides on Direct 3D and User 32. User 32 is nothing but used for Windows based applications, and Direct 3D is used for a rich graphical implementation. Suppose if you want to have a rich graphical implementation, directly you need to automatically it is going to use the Direct 3D. Suppose if you goes only with a Windows based, then user 32 is going to get used. So this is a simple architecture implementation which we are going to have for WPF application. Any doubts? Hello.
So, um, but in terms of architecture, like we are showing it as a different layer, but
Yeah,
everything is
everything is going to be mixed together. So
okay.
for our clear understanding how it is going to be executed, how it is going to get compiled, just I am differentiating
Okay.
from one layer to another layer.
So in the .NET, we will be. Hey, 1 second, please. I'm sorry. 1 second.
You can.
Okay, sorry. So, like when we invoke any APIs from the .NET, we will be invoking that managed WPF APIs, is it? So those internally will call this Windows codec and MIL core.dll. Is
Yes,
it? Or
yes.
whenever we have any kind of like media integration, only then it will go to that particular layer, like Windows codecs or the MIL core.
In by default, it is going to be invoke all these DLLs. So if you have a media or if you don't have, but it is going to do that. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you have or if you don't have, but still these DLLs are going to invoke these things.
Okay, so irrespective of the media layer, any external media, the presentation framework would invoke that MIL core, and those internally would invoke that direct 3D or the user 32 API, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Now I got it.
So this is a small introduction regarding the WPF. So if you have any questions, you can ask me.
And this PowerPoint presentation, you will be sending us, or
Yeah, if you want, you can take it. No problem. I'm going to send it out.
okay, yeah. Thanks again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like in terms of the timings, like so, like it's going to be like on the weekends, right? I mean, so like whatever the time works for you over the weekend.
So, can we have in the early morning, like my time 6 o'clock?
Your time 6 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday,
So,
Sunday, six
Krishna,
o'clock.
Krishna and Srinivas.
Yeah, it is, Srinivas.
yeah.
Yeah, Krishna, I think Ajay, we discussed before, right? What time you are flexible in the every day in the morning, now timing?
Uh, morning.
8 o'clock, right? You
Actually,
said.
so my time will be like this. Generally, in the weekdays, morning 5 to 9, 5 to 9, 4 hours, and evening 9 to 11, 2 hours. In
No,
India
evening
time,
it's not required. No, Ajay.
in the morning 5 to 9, anytime you can have the session.
Okay.
In the
See,
weekends,
5 o'clock.
based upon your availability, we can take the sessions.
Yeah, Srinivas, I'm thinking like we can keep it as weekend only classes because I mean like weekdays looks like because Ajay also goes for the work and even I go, then looks like it might not be possible for the weekdays. So weekends, I mean like if it works, like we can continuously have like a 3 hours class,
Yeah,
three
it's
to
better, I
four
think.
hours.
Yeah, it's better, I think. Yeah. So, no. If see, Krishna, Ajay is saying 5 o'clock in our time is in early mornings. So,
Oh
uh,
yeah, but yeah, that would be like 3:30 afternoon for me.
yeah. So, is it okay for you? We can Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, anytime I'm. Oh no,
Okay.
Saturday you time 6 would be like, Saturday 6 would be fine.
Saturday, anytime you can have.
No, Saturday
Not a
3:30
problem.
for you, Krishna. So Saturday 3:30 and Sunday 3:30.
No. I guess Saturday. Oh, right. No. You're right. Sorry. My
Yes,
bad. Yeah,
yes.
because Saturday would be Friday for me, right?
Yes, that's
So
right.
I guess like only Saturdays we can keep it like morning 9 o'clock your time. That would be 7:30 for me.
9
Okay.
o'clock in the morning, right?
Mhm.
You were saying our timings.
Yeah,
Yes.
Saturday morning 9 o'clock. But
No,
Sunday I'm fine. Like 6 o'clock also I'm fine. So I can dial in little early on Sunday, Saturday. So my time would be Sunday your time.
so Saturday 7:30 for you, right?
So Saturday 9 o'clock our time, and Sunday also will keep 9 o'clock our time. So
Okay,
that
yeah,
will be fine, right?
So
yeah.
Saturday and Sunday
That will
both.
be
See, Krishna, your timings 7:30 p.m. PST. Okay.
right. 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It means today 7:30 and tomorrow 7:30 for your timings.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Ajay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's clear,
Uh,
right? For you, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You can.
Tomorrow 9 o'clock I will be
Yeah,
on.
tomorrow 9 o'clock. Yes. Yes, Ajay. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you Ajay again. Yeah, you can sign off now.
Sure.
And
Sure.
this one, like, I'll get any separate meeting invite, or I can use the same one.
No, yeah, I will send you the Krishna. I will send you the another invite.
Oh, another email. Okay, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm logging off.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
log in up, Ajay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Arvind.
Yeah. Hello, Krishna.
Yes, Srinivas.
Yeah. So just I want to take a small feedback. Yeah, everything is okay.
Oh yeah, he looks like a definitely experienced guy. Yeah, he's
No,
very good.
he's working with us. I think from past 4 years, Krishna. Yeah, so
Okay,
that's why
okay.
yeah, he's the suitable person for you. That's why I finalized. He's
Right,
having
right. Yeah, he's good.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So, like in terms of the fee, I mean, like you will be sending the account details, like to which account I can send the money
do
so
you
that
have
I can
any account in
transfer
India
it.
account, Krishna?
No, I mean, like I can send it through this one, Zoom.
Zoom, I think. See, before what happened, commercial transactions. I think Zoom, it won't accept. Yeah, that is the reason. Do you have any other ICICI money to India?
Yeah, money to India I have. Yeah.
So I have ICICI account. If I send you ICICI my personal account, you can.
Uh-huh.
Is it
Sure. Okay. Yeah,
is it
I
possible
can
for
do it
you?
from money. Yeah, money to India I can transfer it. Yeah.
Can you hold 1 minute? I will send you and I will sign off now. The bank account details.
Sure. Okay.
1 minute.
Okay.
And in future, I'm expecting a lot of references from you, Krishna. Don't forget, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but for other courses, I might be able to, but for WPF, I'm not sure like how many references because.
No. I'm asking you for the other modules, not for WPF and Silverlight. Any kind of technology.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay. Do you
sure.
have Facebook
Yes.
account?
Facebook, yeah, I have, but I log in like very rarely. So.
Oh, really? Okay. No. Just create one page and
Yeah,
just.
mine is Tarikamala at hotmail.com Facebook account.
Okay, fine.
Because now I don't know Facebook. I guess like they have to again think about this one. Now WhatsApp more becoming more popular, right? So
Yeah, WhatsApp, right? Yes. Can you spell out your mail ID, Krishna? Okay, Tadikamalla.
yeah, I'll type it. I'll type it. Okay. For which one? For the Facebook one or
No.
this one?
For I'm sending you bank account details. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that one I'll type it. Okay, that is Tarikamala Krishna at yahoo.com.
Yeah, 1 minute. See, $500 as per account exchange rate. Just you can check it out.
Yeah, sure.
How much exchange rate, Krishna, today?
Today it is 62, I guess. 62 or 61, I don't know. Let me check. Uh, okay, dollar to rupee is 62.97. So if we take out $2, it would be, I guess, 60.97 approximately.
Okay.
Approximately it would be 61.
61. Okay. See what I will do. Today I will send you Microsoft Office live meeting invite. Okay, for the session today session.
Okay.
Okay, and tomorrow also I'm joining the session for a while, half an hour. Okay, and after that I will
Sure.
say.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, please check your mail. I sent you the mail now.
Yeah, I got it. Kura Srinivas Rao, Habsiguda.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Hapsigoda branch. Yeah, ICICI Bank.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it right away.
Yeah, and send me the reference document. Okay, the attachment which you got.
The document or the transaction number?
Yeah, transaction. Yes.
Yeah, the
Okay,
transaction number.
Krishna. Yeah, just ping me if you're after done.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
sure. Okay.
Okay, Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Hey, thanks, Srinivas. Bye.
Yeah. I'm disconnecting this go to meeting. Okay. And call me
Go
if
to meeting we can.
yeah. You call me if required. Or
Okay, sure,
ping me.
definitely.
I'm online. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Definitely.
Krishna. Bye.
Bye.